So we've got an entire bid team in place that are looking at, I think, 7 frameworks we're on in total now, and they have, combined billions of spend year on year that we're able to then look at what opportunities within those frameworks are a good fit for our company and start to tap into that rich source of opportunity.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me in the studio today is Paul Reeves, the CEO of RC Fornex. Paul, very good to have you in the studio.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Paul, you were up with a trading update recently and you reported your strongest quarter in your history. What's behind the surge in new orders and contracts?
Yeah, there are multiple things behind the strong performance in the last quarter. Really, there's a benefit that we're realising from the changes that we've made in terms of our internal structures. So things like the sales team that we have in place, the work that we've been doing on the pipeline to actually realise some of the opportunities working through our funnel, but also the uncertainty within defence now being behind us with the STR firmly in the rearview mirrors now, really puts the impetus on our clients, which are typically tier 1 defence contractors, to start spending money again. So we're always the last to benefit, but it's really starting to turn on now, and we're seeing that surge.
With £2.2 million secured in new work and major follow-up potential, how much visibility do you have going forward?
Yeah, so in total orders, we actually got 2.5 million. The 2.2 million is an interesting distinction because that was new work, which for us, we always look to both new work and extended contracts, because typically we'll set up a 6 or 12-month contract that will roll for the life of a program that we're supporting, which could be 5, 8, 10 years. So really and truly seeing the new work is really pleasing, not just for now, but for future years as well. So we're extremely pleased to see that upturn in sales, and we expect that to continue as we continue to convert our pipeline for the future.
You mentioned a couple already, but what operational improvements have made the biggest difference over the past 5 months?
I think some of the changes that we've made in terms of, we've got a new head of sales in place. We have an MD that's responsible for a lot of the internal day-to-day running of the teams. We've made several changes in terms of hiring, and we've seen a small turnover of staff as well. That combined with really sharpening up the process, or really going through sales process engineering, understanding who should be doing what part of the job. And as we've gone from what was effectively 8 people pre-IPO to 25 now, it's really given us the time to bed that team in place and start performing. So it's a combination of a number of things, changes, process changes, people changes, which ultimately is bearing fruit now.
You recently secured your first major UK public sector space client. What does this mean for the company?
Yeah, really big news for us, because most of all of our work for the last 5 years has come from direct engagement with tier 1 defence contractors. This definitely represents a shift in our approach. We are still doing that and still looking to scale up with those clients and win new clients in that direct way. But looking at frameworks now opens up a whole wealth of new possibilities. So we've got an entire bid team in place that are looking at, I think, 7 frameworks we're on in total now, and they have, combined billions of spend year on year that we're able to then look at what opportunities within those frameworks are a good fit for our company and start to tap into that rich source of opportunity.
RC Fornex will lead the consortium and retain all developed IP. How does that strengthen your long-term strategic position?
So it's important for us in terms of that transition from a purely professional services based organisation to a product organisation. So we're really trying to position ourselves in a number of ways. Firstly, from an SME integrator perspective, this work actually pulls together 4 different organisations and shows how we can pull companies like that together, other SMEs, other knowledge intensive institutions that we can combine to deliver greater than the sum of the parts. And that's everything that we want to look to in the future. How do we do that to really drive the benefits of SMEs for buying organisations, be it the people that we've won this contract with or those tier 1s. That's 2 of the key things. The other one really being, as you mentioned, the IP that this will generate for us, that has the potential to really go and scale. I mean, it's on a hot topic which I'm unfortunately unable to discuss, but it's something that we would really look to take forward into the future on larger projects.
Well, I'm sure we're having many conversations going into the future. Paul, thank you very much for coming on today.
Thank you.
Paul Reeves is the CEO of RC Fornex. you.